A shock ruling from the FEC will allow foreign entities to directly finance U.S. referendum campaigns. Foreign contributions to U.S. political candidates and committees are currently outlawed. But according to reporting by Axios, this new ruling permits foreign donors to donate to referenda campaigns, which the FEC determined do not qualify as elections under federal law. Ballot referenda are often voters' only opportunity to directly cast their votes for or against policy at the state level. Some major policies up for referendum vote in 2022 include a favored tobacco ban in California, a state constitutional amendment that would strip women of the rights to abortion in Kansas, and a 4% income tax for earnings over $1 million in Massachusetts.
Critics across the political spectrum have rejected the ruling, arguing that it will further expose U.S. elections to unwanted foreign influence. Former Trump advisor Stephen Miller demanded the ruling be reversed, and Democratic Representative Adam Schiff called the ruling utterly incomprehensible, and progressive leader Nina Turner rebuked it as a total attack on our democracy, which I don't know, probably makes me skeptical that it's that bad. if Stephen Miller and progressives and mainstream people are all freaked out, maybe, is this just worrying about Russian interference all over again or something? Or what do you think, Ryan?
I wouldn't put it that way. I think they're right. I think that Congress should clarify immediately that you can't do this. What if states try to implement rules around trade policies and China or Brazil or somebody doesn't like those trade policies, doesn't like wants our wages to be different so that they can have some trade advantage, and they start spending money on referenda. What if Saudi Arabia wants arms sales and introduces some referendum that, hey, we'll build a plant that builds these bombs right in Tallahassee. And then they fund a massive referendum, or let's say Israel. Let's say Israel wants to ban BDS and make it criminal.
Yeah,
which
that's probably the most likely.
They've lobbied in Texas to do that. Now, some states they have done. The pro-Israel lobby has tried to make it illegal to support BDS. Why couldn't they make a referendum?
Currently, Israeli sympathetic people in the U.S. could introduce a ballot initiative. They just couldn't take.
But look at Hungary. So under Orban, he put $1 billion into this foundation and has then, from Hungarian money, public money, taxpayer money, created a right-wing foundation, which is now funding right-wingers all over the world, including some here in the United States. Mm-hmm. So what if he just decides he wants to play in local elections or something? No, get out of here, Viktor Orban.
What do you think, Kim?
Yeah, I mean, there's just way too many scenarios that Ryan just pointed out that could create chaos and just more fodder for the whole, oh no, our elections are being infiltrated, our elections aren't secure. I mean, let's just secure them as much as possible. If we say, look, you cannot contribute to a political campaign if you're a foreign citizen, then that should apply to all elections within the United States. If maybe I could bend a bit on this, if the FEC were to say, okay, only for green card holders. So if you're a green card holder and you're living inside of the municipality, and then you're allowed to vote on certain referendum.
I think they can.
Can they?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know.
They're not citizens. Yeah. So I mean, if they were to specify it and say, look, it's only green card holders who are living within the municipality who can vote on these because these obviously affect their lives. But if it's just open for anyone and everybody in the world now to just go and flood these campaigns with money, that's a problem. And not only that, but like you mentioned, Ryan, you can have these foreign actors then coming in and setting up these referendum votes rather than just, okay, they can flood money into existing campaigns. They would be able to actually craft them, create them, support them, promote them. And that's a horrible idea. So I'm actually glad to see that this is bipartisan. Bipartisan people are, everybody's feeling like this is just a bad idea.
Yeah, and was it China that was behind that giant boondoggle? Foxconn, that giant boondoggle in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, that was a disaster.
And so, what if the Chinese then created a referendum that said that Wisconsin taxpayers are going to spend $3 billion building the Foxconn factory for this Chinese plant, and then they pump in a whole bunch of propaganda arguing about how there's going to be so many jobs and this and that.
Yeah.
And wait a minute, this is the Chinese government that is asking for Wisconsin taxpayer money and it's going to trick you into going to vote for it.
I get, man, this is funny. I'm kind of I'm a little on the opposite side of you guys. I mean, it's bad, but it's bad when Wisconsin people do it too. I just don't.
You don't believe in borders, right?
Right.
So therefore, there is no such thing as foreign money.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Well, the improper influence of China to enact policy I don't like domestically just isn't that different to me than domestic forces using their money to enact policy I don't like. I don't care where it's coming from if I disagree with it, I guess.
Well, so the Fox News' Jackie Heinrich reported last night that a bipartisan group of lawmakers from the Problem Solvers Caucus are already working to nullify the ruling. This will be the first problem they actually ever solved. They'll propose legislation to amend the Federal Election Campaign Act of 1971 to include referenda under the umbrella of election proceedings protected from foreign donations. And that is an easy fix. So Congress, the next time they pass a bill, they say, no. The ban on foreign money in elections also includes referenda. We're sorry that we had to explain this to you, but apparently we did. And so here we are, and then it will be banned. I suspect that will happen. I wonder if there will be any foreign lobbyists having meetings saying, arguing against this provision.
Right, I'm sure. But this is one of those examples of when Congress should be doing their job. And this is how it should work. So anytime there's a ruling that we don't like, that we the people don't like, whether it be handed down by the FEC or the Supreme Court, this is how Congress should work. Congress should get together and say, we don't like this. We're going to go and change the laws to benefit to the way that the American people want. And that's the way that's how this process is supposed to work. This is them doing their job. I would just like to see them doing this on a lot more, many more issues than just this.
Imagine that, a functional Congress. That'd be something.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's very hard to imagine. We're imagining it, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
This could be the one thing they do. It's fine. I mean, I was kind of kidding in my remarks. We probably, in a practical level, it does not make any sense to have like a ballot initiative regime where foreign powers can spend money in it. Just to be clear.
It's good to hear the counter argument.
Just to be clear, I like to play the devil's advocate, but just to be clear.
I suppose. Right. Or did we sway you, Robby? Did we actually convince you?
All right, maybe it's that. You swayed me. You persuaded me. I am persuadable. Tomorrow on Rising, we have another great show planned for you all. Emily Jashinsky and Andrew Feldman are in for Team Rising, plus journalist Matt Taibbi discusses some of his latest reporting, and you won't want to miss that.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can watch all of our new videos, and we will see you all tomorrow.
See you then.